We have then the 12-week unborn child in the uterus being this muscle surrounding the child. When the abortionist commences the procedure, he will first place this instrument, which is known as a speculum, into the woman's vagina and will then open it in order to visualize the cervix, the neck of the womb, here. Having visualized the cervix, the abortionist then takes this instrument, which is known as a tenaculum, and fastens it securely through the speculum onto the cervix in this manner, clamping shut the tenaculum and getting a firm grasp on the cervix.
Pro-life, your name's alive.
You don't care if women die.
Pro-life, your name's alive.
You don't care if women die.
Pro-life, your name's alive.
You don't care if women die.
No apologies, we're not sorry.
Keep your law off our bodies.
No apologies, we're not sorry.
Your crusade is broken. This clinic will stay open. Your crusade is broken. This clinic will stay open. Your crusade is broken. This clinic will stay open. Your crusade is broken. This clinic will stay open. Your crusade.
The next instrument which is brought into play is called the sound. This instrument is then introduced into the uterus, and it is then removed, the abortionist having ascertained exactly how deep and in fact how large the uterus is. And then this set of dilators, these metallic curved instruments, are used to effect the opening of the cervix in order to introduce finally the abortion instruments themselves. The abortionist first introduces the most slender of these instruments into the cervix to dilate the cervix, turns the instrument around to a slightly larger end, introduces that end, and then works his way through the various graduated, increasingly larger ends of this dilating instrument.
I'm taking your picture to put on websites so people can see what anti-choice hate looks like. Leave DC, we hate you. There we go. Hold your sons up big and expect a lot of emails.
Bush says go back. We say fight back. 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 Bush says go back. We
He will
say
then
fight back.
take the instrument known as the suction apparatus, which is opened. It is in a sterile container prior to the actual use of the instrument. And then this will be inserted through the dilated cervix up into the uterus and will then puncture the sac surrounding the child, allowing the amniotic fluid to escape. The instrument then will come into direct contact with the child, and with a pressure of approximately 55 or so millimeters of mercury applied to the end of this instrument as it is attached to a long, thick suction tubing at this end and to the abortion instrumentation, that is the machine, at the other end. The suction tip will begin to tear the child apart. The pieces of the body are torn away one by one until finally all that remains are shards of the body and the head itself.
Stop harassing women, we shall not be moved. Stop harassing women, we shall not be moved. Like the trees, standing by the water, we shall not be moved. Yeah! Do more!
The head will be too large to come through this instrument itself. This will necessitate the introduction of this instrument called a polyp forceps into the uterus through the already dilated cervix, and the abortionist will then attempt to grasp the free-floating head of the child in the uterus between the rings of this instrument. The head is then crushed, the contents of the head removed, and finally the bones of the head. And the abortion is then effectively outlawed.
Racist, sexist, anti-gay, right-wing bigots, go away! Racist, sexist, anti-gay, right-wing bigots, go away! Racist, sexist, anti-gay, both you 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 bigots, go away!
Abortion, you're never going to have one.
It doesn't talk about abortion in the Bible anyway.
I don't care.
But I guess when you make up Christianity as you go along, it
So
doesn't
don't
seem...
stress about it. You're fine. You're going to go straight to wherever it is. You don't have to worry about that.
If you can turn them into over.
Now let's look at abortion as an industry. Last year, there were 1.5 million abortions done in this country. And the average cost of an abortion is about $300 to $400 per operation. This has created an industry in this country of about $500 to $600 million a year, which would qualify to be on the Fortune 500 list of largest industries in the world. 90% of these monies are going into the pockets of physicians, and the remainder into the pockets of the entrepreneurs who run the clinics.
You'll need it. Your cause will be defeated. Pray. You'll need it. Your cause will be defeated. Pray. You'll need it. Your cause will be defeated. Pray. You'll need it.
Now, we've had some recent investigations on the question of these clinics. Clinics are being franchised out like fast food services across the country. We know there are chains of them in California and through the Southwest, and even in the Southeast of the United States. And there is some evidence now that increasingly these clinics are falling into the hands of the mob, of the crime syndicate here in the United States, and that this money, abortion money, is tainted not only by the blood of the innocent victims of abortion, but by the dark hand of the crime syndicate. And the abortion is then effectively at an end.